Yo, what's up, guys? Sandy Raw back. Today, got some little funky music playing out in the background. We upgraded now. Today's video, and hopefully the videos going forward are going to be a lot different. Before, heavily edited. All right, I'm go ahead and looking for dubs everywhere I can, and only showcasing those dubs. Moving forward, I kind of want to also show how very often I lose. I'm not winning back to back to back to back. All right. So starting today, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try to just go through this video. Whatever happens, happens, and hopefully it's good. Today we don't really have any games lined up because we're going to be building a leader. I'm gonna go through the majority of the leaders that exist, and hopefully we can put something together, and hopefully we can win some games here. So let's get into it real quick. Alright, so let's get into the sim, go to deck editor. Now we do have already a few decks built, but let's wait for this computer to load up. See, this is one of those many issues that happen. I have a very slow-mo computer, so you know what? Maybe we'll edit this out. Guess we don't really have to do that. Alright, so let's just go ahead and type in the box here leaders, and then we're gonna go ahead and do we want to, well, what kind of leader do we want to do? Do we want to do green? What do we have in green here? Alright, anything catch our eye here? We can do some Trafalgar plays here. Haven't played Shirahoshi. Bonnie. We played plenty of Bonnie. But nothing here interests me. How about purple? Purple have anything good for me? Now this is a leader you don't see too often. This is a very weak leader in my opinion. 5,000 power, 5 life. Your turn, if you have 10 Dawn cards on your field, all of your opponent's characters have minus 1,000 power. That's kind of shitty. That's pretty much just you can't go down in Dawn because then you lose that. And it's on your turn. So depending on how you're using your on-play effects that go down, it might not be the best to be correct. But honestly, Foxy is a character I've built before, or a leader I've built before, but we haven't showcased it here, so we might as well build a Foxy. So let's see what we have here. This is a 5,000 power, 5 life leader with when attacking Dawn -3. If you have 3 or more Foxy Pirates, Foxy Pirate characters in play, choose up to one each of your opponent's rested leaders and characters, and then the cards that you choose do not become active during their owner's next refresh phase. So basically, if our opponent has attacked their leader and one of their characters, we can use this effect and freeze them. Alright, so we do have to have 3 or more Foxy Pirates, so that means we're going to need to have a very heavy Foxy Pirate deck. So let's see if we can spell here right. Just put Foxy in there, and this is what comes up. So this is 2k counter, so let's go ahead and run that. Chopper blocker, I like that. Let's see, you may trash this character. If your leader has Foxy Pirates, then add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. This is going to be good for ramping early, so we'll maybe do 2 of those. You know what, let's just do 4, and whatever we got to get rid of this 2 counter, let's add that. What is this, Itomi Mizu? We'll take it. We'll just take everything here. This is our deck. This is our deck. We're just gonna click on everything here. Personally, I don't like these one attacking effects, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass up on that. 6,000 power or 7,000 power for 6. A little stiff. Need this right here. What's this event? Counter, Dawn -1, give up to one of your opponent's leaders and characters -2,000 power for the turn. So 4,000 across the board, but 2,000 individually. Nor Beam Sword is the way to go for sure. So this is our deck. This is it right here, you know? Let's run it. Nah, I'm just playing. Let's make some adjustments here. Let's see. Honestly, we'll have 4 of the Nor Beam Sword. That seems good to me, but we should also add a God Thread. That seems like it would be helpful in this deck. We can make that a 3. We can do 2. We can go 3 and 3. I like that too. 3 and 3. Then this is a 3 cost, 4,000 power. If you have less or equal Dawn than your opponent, your Foxy Pirate characters other than Pickles cannot be KO'd by your opponent's effects. That seems alright. We can go ahead and put that down to 2. This one is a on-play Dawn -1 if your leader is Foxy Pirate. Up to one of your opponent's 6 cost or lower characters cannot attack until then. So this is basically going to freeze something. We can go down on this one. Whoa. Pause. Hold up. We can go down to 2 cards for this. What is this? Capote. Yeah, we're gonna need this continuously as well. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this. This is gonna be a 2 of as well. What is this? If you have less or equal Dawn, your opponent plays 1 cost. Then I'm sorry, I should probably just read it instead of skimming. If you have less or equal Dawn than your opponent, play up to 1 4 cost Foxy Pirate type character from your hand. Okay, so this is good for cheating out a character. And this is only if we have less or equal Dawn. So let's make this a 2 of. Let's see what else. This is OP10 Foxy. You may trash this character if the number of Dawn cards on your field is equal to or less than the number of your opponent's field. Draw 1 card. It's a 2k counter, so typically want to keep our 2k counters. But now we have some spots to fill. Let's just go ahead and look at all the purple cards here we have available to us, and we're gonna have to go on the high end because everything here is on the low end. We're not gonna be able to survive the late game, and that's all we have. So let's just go down to the bottom here and see what we can find that would be useful. We're gonna be using our leader effect a lot, and we probably want to have the Idomimizu and the Foxy. Because these ramp us a Dawn. So if we're going down in 3 every time, we're going to need something else. And the only thing that comes to mind is the Katakuri, which would be this bad boy. But can this Doffy do anything for us here? So I'll play Dawn -1, play up a 5 cost. I don't think we're going to be doing that. So we can do the Katakuris. We can do 4 of. It's not a Foxy Pirates, but it is going to get us Dawn at the end of our turn. Plus we can attack with it and it still be a blocker. Aside from that, maybe we could run, let's see, what's this? If your leader has it now, we can't use that. Is this one also leader locked? Kept when your opponent's character 6 less, and that's Dawn -5. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. Maybe Black Maria. Could maybe use Black Maria. Because of course it's going to get us back to whatever our opponent's Dawn is. Not feeling that, brother. Alright. Instead of that, let's see. Sanji's good. He does a return Dawn as well. Can't go wrong with the 9-lin. We gain life with it. Let's make that a 2 of and see how well this deck does. So yeah, I'm liking that. Alright, so this is OP07 dash, let's just put P and Foxy. Save that. Alright, let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get into. Alright, should we go to the eastern? Nah, let's keep it in the west. Alright, let's go down to our OP07 Foxy. Let's go ahead and load that up. Let's go and refresh, and we're going to go with the top opponent. Doffy, interesting. Alright, so they might outpace us here. We need a lot of setup, and they can bounce back a lot of our early plays here. So we're going to have to be careful. Do we want to keep this? We see trash. We trash this character. For leaders, Fox Pirates. Add one Dawn for Dog get arrested. So we can play this out. Let's see what they decided to go first. So we're going second, so we can play that out. So let's go ahead and keep. And then we're going to ramp a Dawn right away. And then we're going to ramp another Dawn and get rid of something here. Alright, so they're playing out the Sengoku. So something tells me they're definitely running the original deck list. And they probably found something to substitute the Jinbei. Let's see what they search up right now. Alright. Guess got a 2K counter and a vanilla here. And they PRB Jinbei. Alright, the PRB02 Jinbei here. Alright, so we draw into a Pickles. We have 2 Dawn. So let's go ahead and ramp. See, Adam rest it. Alright, let's go ahead and play that out. Trash that. Gain 1 rested. Let's go ahead and end the turn there. See what they want to do. Whatever they end up cheating out with their leader effect. If they do a blind rip, we're going to get rid of it with the God Thread, ramping another Dawn. Alright, so they play out the Martial D Teach. So that's pretty much going to be able to pay for itself. They're going to place something in the top of their deck here, and they're going to cheat it out. Alright, it's going to be the Jinbei, so they're going to do a search. So we can attack into this with our leader and then God Thread whatever they, maybe the Martial D Teach, and they reveal a Perfume Femur. So they might end up doing something nasty. We're just going to take the 7. We're 5 life leader. Fine by us. They're also 5 life, so see what they want to do. Alright. Does it ramp us an active one? Yep, it's active, so we can God Thread and swing for 6 here. We want to get rid of this bad boy. So let's just do things in that manner. Bing, boom. Gain an active. Load 1. Attack for 6. Yeah, not going to use the card action. Not a big deal. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and pass the turn here. Alright, so now we're going to be countering out. Play out these little small bodies. 2 and 3. That's all we were doing in our setup. We were just gaining Dawn. And let's see what our opponent wants to do. If they've just substituted this Jinbei for let's see, let's get the Trafalgar Law. Alright. If they've just substituted this Jinbei for the banned one, then we're pretty sure what they're gonna be doing here. Yeah, no blocker obviously, and let's go ahead and give them a pickle. Everybody likes pickle. And then we're gonna go ahead and 2K out of this one. So we were gonna play that out, but yeah, not today. We can cheat out a character though with the perfect. I like to see that. Alright. Let's see how we're going to do this. We got 1, 2, 3. Alright, we may be able to freeze everything here and keep our opponent from using their leader for the rest of the game. That's the goal here. So we have 8 Dawn. So we have 3 to play out the Porsche. And she's going to be able to cheat out anything with 4,000 power or less from our hand. So beautiful. We're going to be able to play that out. And then hopefully the Pickles go down 3 Dawn. So let's go ahead and swing for 7 to the Jinbei, get some cards out of hand, and then if that's the case, we're going to go ahead and freeze it. Alright. Ooh. Damn, shouldn't have attacked first. Should not have attacked first. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. It is what it is. We're setting up for the next turn. Alright, beautiful. So let's go. Boom. Use card action. Gonna return some down here. We do have a chopper. Alright, we're gonna save some Dawn. Oh no, but we like this. What's the search here? cards, add 1 card with FOXY Pirates. Yeah, we're gonna need this for sure. So we're gonna take it. Want the chopper up. This is a 2K counter. That's next, and then the Itumimizu. We're gonna return those cards. Then we're gonna cheat out the Itumimizu. Perfect. Then we're going to Rampadon. Gain 1 rested. Then we're going to go ahead and play out the Porsche again. Use card effect. We're going to return the Dawn, which is one that we just gained. Ooh, hate to see it. Katakuri's in there, but we're going to get the Itumimizu. And now put the Katakuri on the top. Get the 2K counter, Itumimizu, Capote. Got it. And then if you do have FOXY Pirates and you do not have any other character in play named Itumimizu, yeah, we're not going to go ahead and do that, but we can play out the Pickles. And we can go ahead and end. Alright. Looking good here. Next turn, we're definitely going to be able to keep this all in lockdown. That's how they have a pudding here. Alright. Now we can do some serious damage on the next turn, unless they go and try to get Gravity Blade everything here, then they can go 5-5-5-5. Alright, they're going to bounce something back. This is the target. This is the target right here. They're all 3 costs, by the way. Oh, they give us Pickle back. Alright, you know, that's fine by us. That's probably the most useless one. Not that Doffy runs a lot of KO, so I don't know what the point was in that. One of these two would probably be the better choice. This is probably your 3rd choice, to be honest. We'll take the 7. Yeah, we'll take the 7 all day. Then after this, it's time to go for life. We're going to be freezing them continuously. And we're definitely going to play this out on the next turn as well. Yeah, we're taking this, you know. And then in 5-5-5, baby. We're going to counter out aggressively now. Okay, so they decide not to do anything there. Fine by us. So we can freeze the Hancock. So let's see how we want to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 2 Dawn. So we can't play anything out here. So let's go everything into, let's go with these 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's just go do some 6s. We're not going to allow them to cheat anything out anymore with their leader effect moving forward. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah, we could have played it out and they would have been down from 1,000, but that's fine by us, you know. We don't care. So let's go ahead and gain Arrested Dawn. Gonna go play this out. And we're gonna go ahead and attack. Let's see. So this is during the opponent's turn, so it's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and do that. Use card action. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and do that. Shoot the leader first, then the character. Then they take the hit. Then we're gonna ramp it down again. Did we already ramp with the Izumizu? Yeah, we did. So now we're going to go ahead and end the turn. Alright. So now they have to invest Dawn into the gym base and the Trafalgar Law in order to get any attacks in. Alright, we got some counter in hand. We have 3 life. Alright, let's see what they want to do. Loading up on the Trafalgar. To be honest, you can have that. We still have 3. We have to protect this one at least. 7. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. But we're going to be able to play one of these out anyway. So let's go ahead and just let it go. We're going to lock down again. Alright, so they play out the Sengoku. Martial D Teach. Are you going to replace something and play that out? Now they can play out. They can play that out and give the Dawn to the Jinbei. So maybe we'll counter out now. Probably. with the Kome. I like that. That's only to utilize less Dawn. But for one, we could. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. We could go God Thread, to be honest, and get rid of something. We're thinking here. Let's go for their board. They have 3 cards in hand. Thinking here. We're gonna lock down the blocker continuously. I think that's gonna be the play. So we're gonna have to play this out for sure. Then we can attack 7 into the Jinbei. See what they want to do. Yep, they're gonna go ahead and counter out of that. Yeah, that's fine by us. We can God Thread, to be quite honest. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. A lot of board removal here. We do gain an active Dawn, which we can attack 7 again. So let's get rid of the active Jinbei. Go ahead and do this. There's not really anything we can do, so that's fine by us. Just want to get rid of it. And then we're going to go ahead, do that. Use card action. 1, 2, 3. And let's get the leader locked. Let's get the blocker locked. Give us a 2K if you have it. They don't. And so now we can gain a Dawn. Gain a Dawn. And go ahead and pass. Yeah, this is probably their target right here. And honestly, we're gonna have to let it go. Nothing we can do about it. Like, we've exhausted our options, but we're still gonna be able to freeze everything here. Yeah, you can have it. That's your whole turn. See you later. Bye. But now we can keep going. Ooh, baby. Never punished. Alright. So we can swing 6 into here. Let's go ahead and just play this out before we forget. Boop. Alright, so we can do 7. And see you later. Let's see what do we want to do here. We can freeze the boa again. They're gonna have to load everything up on here. So we're thinking. Alright, we have two Dawn. Should we just load it up? Is that the game plan? You know, better to go for the board than not at all. Go use card action. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you know, just in case. Beautiful. Then we're gonna go ahead and ramp it down again. Ramp another one, and let's go ahead and pass. Can only attack with the Martial Teach. And we're not going to attack very continuously. We don't want them to get more advantage out of this. Whatever they want to play out, they can play it out. That's less cards in hand. But they're not using that leader for the rest of the game. That's for sure. Alright, they're going to go ahead and bounce something back. Fine by us. And then are you going to load up on Teach? Alright, they're going to play it out again. Probably give us the Itama Mizo back. Cool. I'm going to play out the Pickles and the Itama Mizu next. Ooh, and a blocker. I like that. Okay, let's see. We're going to go boom. What does this allow us to do? If your board less or equal to yeah, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to go ahead and play this bad boy out. And we have 5, so we can get rid of the law. So let's just attack 5. Go ahead and do this. Just card action. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and do that. Choose nothing. Okay. Alright. Like that. Okay. Okay. Starve them. Give him more options? Nah, we don't want to give him more options. I mean, they can't attack into us anyway, so let's just go ahead and attack for 7. See what they want to do. They take it. Any triggers? No? Alright, so now let's go ahead and gain arrested. Gain arrested. Let's go ahead and God thread this bad boy out of here. Gain inactive. And let's go ahead and call that. Still can't use their leader. Alright. What's next? Alright, playing out the boa. Setting their top deck. And they're going to give their leader arrested Dawn, I'm assuming. See how they want to play it. Let's see. 6 Dawn. Maybe have a red rock. No, they're going to play out the Perona here. They're going to be setting up their top deck again. Fine by us. Even though they just did that with the boa. Don't know why they played out the Perona. That's a 2k, or no, it's not a 2k, it's a 1k counter, but y'all know what I'm saying. That's counter from hand. It's coming from somewhere, right? Alright. 5 Dawn left, playing out the Teach. Setting, and now they can set their top. So I think they're just desperately placing anything they can. Just so we don't go for lethal, and they have 3 Dawn active. Let's see. We're definitely going to freeze our leader again. We do not care. So we're going to just set up a body, I think is going to be the play. Let's just go ahead and go for 7. Alright, they take that. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll set those aside. Alright. Maybe we'll set 2 for the chopper. Alright, so let's go ahead and play out the Kome first. I like that. That way we can return some Dawn. Go ahead and attack. Use effect. We'll go down 3. We're going to go ahead and freeze you. Yeah, we don't want you cheating out characters. Alright, fine by us. That's cards from hand. And now we can play out the chopper. So let's go ahead and gain arrested first. Gain another arrested. I'm going to play out the chopper. No action. We should have, to be honest, but oh well, we fucked up. Let's go ahead and end the turn now. 10 Dawn. What do you want to do? Alright, they play out another blocker. That's another card from hands, setting up their top deck. Now that they can do anything with it, but they can give rested to their characters, I believe. Or is that only leader? Nope, leader or character. Alright, they gave that to the Marshall D. Teach. Very interesting. Alright, unblockable. That's fine by us. We don't care. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no blocker. Here you go. Merry Christmas. You can have my hand. That's unfortunate, isn't it? You loaded up everything, tried your best. You could have gone for the blocker, to be honest. So now we're just gonna, for 6, I think we could load up on the Teach. Because it can still use the effect to attach 2 Dawn. Yeah, we're not going for lethal quite yet. Just because I have the 2 blockers. So we're going to go for that. Then let's go 7. See what they want to do here. Alright, they go ahead and take that up to 3 cards. Now they're definitely, we're just gonna ask for cards from their hands. So let's just go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we want to do this? It's gonna give us a 2k. Let's keep the blocker. We're thinking here. I like that. You know, let's just go 6. Because if they rest the, yeah, they're just gonna counter out of that. We'll take that. All right, so now we'll go for 6 one more time. 7, 8. Let's just go for 9. There you go. Boom. Discard action. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Freeze that. See you later. Give us a blocker. Thank you very much. Then we're gonna go ahead and gain arrested. Gain arrested. We're gonna go ahead and end right there. Alright. Let's see what they want. Another blocker. They could attack with the prone into our chopper. If they want. Alright, let's see how many done. They have 6. They use 4 to play this out. They set up their top deck. Alright, they're going to go ahead and... Alright, so that means they're going to load up on the Perona next. So I think I'm just going to let them have the Foxy now. Since if they swing with that blocker, that's game. They should have loaded up on the Perona, in my humble opinion. See, so now this is at 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so that's at 5. Unless they play another. No, they're not going to be able to do it. So we can block out of this and we'll be fine. Okay, unblockable. Yeah, you can have it. You're cooked now. Prone into the chopper. Prone into the chopper. Be smart. There you go. Alright. Y'all ready for this? How do we want to do this? Alright, so they went ahead and just disconnected. What they have here is a Dragon. They only have a 2k counter. So I was going to swing 6. Or probably I would have swung 7. Since they can't get out of that. And they would have to give me the blocker and then counter it. That would have been this card out of hand. And then of course we're swinging for 7 with this. And resting and freezing. And then we're just going to divvy it up between these two and see what happens. But GG to my opponent. Of course, we all know Doffy has had his struggles. He's been kicked out of the meta. But I think he operates more of on... he does better, in my opinion, with the low to the ground, going wide. Everything in the deck is a 4-cost 7 Warlords of the Sea, so you can always use your leader effect and play something out. So that's basically how Foxy runs. You know, with us making this leader on the fly, it's not too difficult since you have to operate with Foxy Pirate type characters. So if anything, we could go ahead and see if we do any good with the Doffy ourselves. I do believe we have one already built. Let's go into the deck editor real quick. See, this part has been taking a while for it to load for some reason. Maybe my outdated computer is just not doing it. See, but the first one we have is the Doffy. So we can play this game real quick and then maybe call it a day. But we'll see. So Doffy here, of course, is Dawn ×2. When attacking, you have to rest 1 Dawn, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is 7 Warlords of the Sea type character card with a cost 4 less, you may play that hoe. And so this one, the engine, of course, is also revolving around this Doffy, which does the leader effect as well. But then we're running a, let's see, we're running 4 cost, 4 cost, 4 cost, 4 cost, 4 cost, 4 cost, and 4 cost, 4 cost, 4 cost, and then 4 more 4 costs, and there are 7 Warlords of the Sea with their own respectable effects, of course. So let's just get into it. Let's play it and see what happens. All right, let's go back to the lobby. We'll of course be playing on the west again. All right, let's go scroll up. Doffy, refresh, first leader appears, going to be a Reiju. If they do decide to play. If not, we're just going to edit that out. You know, first player on the top. Oof. This might not be in our favor here. The reason I play the first one on the top is usually because it's constantly changing, and it's like I'm playing out locals. It's very random. Let's see. What I'm looking for right now is just counter. That's how we start the game. So we're going to go ahead and mulligan. And we did draw into a 2K counter, into two 2K counters. And we do have our engine. Let's go ahead and end the turn. And we're going to counter out here because we don't want this Nami to draw any cards. If they do end up attaching Dawn to their leader here. We don't want that. We want them to draw cards, and we don't want them to gain power. Which they will if they attach Dawn anyway, but we don't want them to take a life here and start cycling. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and banish. Yeah, that's not going to happen. We're going to go ahead and give you 2K counter. We're going to go give you, there you go. See you later. We're going to take life from you, actually. So this is something we can play out right now. So let's just go for 7 ourselves. Get some cards out of hand. We'll leave a Dawn active. You know what? We should just go ahead and see if they give us 2K. We know we're gonna hit something. Alright, so let's just deploy that out. And that's our engine right there. Let's end the turn. See what they want to do. Attach 1. They're gonna go 2. Yeah, we're gonna give you another 2K counter. To be quite honest. There you go. You're gonna load up on this Nami. You can play something out. Play out the Marco. All right, now we can ramp, baby. So let's see. We got 2, and we can still use our leader effect. So let's just go ahead and use this first. All right, yeah. Let's go ahead and play that out. I like that. We're gonna go ahead and attack. Use leader effect. Go ahead and deploy that. We're giving them targets to attack into. You know, this one got a double attack, so watch out. And we definitely have 5 or more cards in our hand. All right, they're gonna go ahead and counter. And counter again, and we're gonna go ahead and end the turn there. We can attack with this Doffy if we want to. It's a 1 Dawn investment, but it's keeping our engine alive. They have to get rid of it. What are you tagging into? But yeah, you definitely want that gone, don't you? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and no blocker here, and give you 2K. But we're probably not gonna counter out anymore. Oh, they're turning that sideways. Interesting. Yeah, you know what? We might counter, to be quite honest, because we're gonna draw 2 trash 2 here. You know what? Let's protect our board here. We'll get rid of these 2. Do they have a Zeus, or do they want to load up on the Yonami? Yeah, buddy. See you later. Okay, they're gonna bounce that back. So I'm by us. We're gonna just gonna go ahead and keep doing what we gotta do. Yep, confirmed. Reveal card, and we're gonna let's put this in there. If they want to attack into this Doffy, you know, we play it out. To be quite honest, here you go. I'm gonna play out the other Doffy as well. That way we can use the keep it going. We're gonna go 2. We don't care about the Marco. We don't care about the Marco. Wanna play that out? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start placement at the top. We're gonna bounce a character back to their hand, maybe? Yeah, maybe the Marco. So we'll draw into this, play this out. Yep, so let's go ahead and return those cards. And let's give it here. And let's play out the Doffy one more time. Merry Christmas. Alright. Load her up. Load her up. You can have that. I'll allow it. Gravity Blade. Fine by us. We're just going to keep on doing what we got to do. You know what? You can have the Marco back. You can have the Marco back. Boom. Pow. Deploy that. Oh no, I'm gonna bring this back. You can have that back though, since you bought cards in your hand. Thank you. And then let's see, we have 7. So we can do, we need 4. So let's go ahead and load up here. Go 8. 2K, 2K, if you got it. Okay, yeah, I forgot they got their leader ability. Look at that, look at that. And then let's go ahead and play out a blocker. Should we play out the blocker? Actually, the Moria sounds pretty good. I like that. Let's go ahead and deploy that. End the turn. Alright, 10 Dawn. What do you want to do? They've gone down to 5 cards in hand. They're the only ones losing life here. And I'm still drawing cards consistently. And I haven't even touched my life. See what they want to do. And Nami's the one that's supposed to be drawing cards like crazy. We can go ahead and do 2K, 1K here. So let's go ahead and do 2K, 1K. Let's go ahead with the double attack one. We don't need that. Do you want to load up right here on the Nojiko? What do you, we got 8 Dawn. Alright, you're going to go ahead and gain a life. That's fine by us. You're going to lose it pretty quickly. Alright, so let's do an attack for 7 first. Want to get the big attack out of the way. Alright, take it back. Fine by us. I'm going to hit you with another 7. But first, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because we want the blocking effect. Or we have 8. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Alright. Let's see. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And then we're gonna have to use the leader effect, so we'll go 7. Here you go. So we're probably gonna see what do you want to do here. It doesn't matter. We got our attack in. Here, take that. Play that out. Ooh, that means we're gonna be able to cheat something out. I like that. So we're gonna cheat something out for 3. Or for 2. Unless they got a trigger here. Get rid of the Doffy. Yeah, they got it. So now let's go ahead and play out the blocker. We'll use the boa. Play that out. Alright, pass the turn. Yo, yo. See what they want to do. They got the Kumachi. Yeah, we're gonna go hit. We're gonna meet that with some counter. Probably both of them. Yeah, they have a lot of removal, but we don't really care. There you go. You can have it now. And now if they want to use Gravity Blade, then they only get 1 target. If they want to use Red Rock, go for it. Are they going to gain another life? Yeah, we're not going to go for their board, by the way. If that's what you want to do. I'm just going to go ahead and swing 7 then, since we know it's going to go through. Never punished. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Grab that. Then we're gonna go ahead and what do we want to grab here? A 2K counter maybe? Yeah, let's grab a 2K counter. I like that. Then we can play out a blocker. And let's go ahead and attach one Dawn. And we'll go ahead and end the turn there. Alright. Got plenty of attacks, but none of their attacks have been able to go through and actually hit me. Because I'm constantly playing down something. See, and this is what I was talking about. Can't go with that OG board anymore. That's a simple 2K counter. I'm gonna give it to you. Use those big attacks. You can have it now. Take it. Do you have a gravity blade? If that's the case, you're need to go for that. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card first. Alright, you have 10 Dawn. Got any blockers? Come on, Nami. What you got? Can't take the funk. Alright, so they're gonna go ahead and finally they get a life, and that's only because it was through an effect. Alright, you know, we'll take it. We'll let them have that. The other thing about this Doffy is there are no events. We're not running the Gravity Blades or the Red Rocks either. Because why would we? Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to play it safe. We're going to go ahead and swing 7 and then the rest on Doffy. There you go. Merry Christmas. What you got? Alright, GG to my opponent. What they had left was the vanilla Law, the vanilla Marco, and you may return 1/2 cost for higher character to the owner's hand. Give up to yeah, that was not happening. Obviously, they could have done that with the Nochiko, but that would only got them plus 4,000. But the rest is gonna go on the Doffy. So GG to my opponent. Let's see what we had. We had the Bo Hancock, followed by Edward Weevil, Crocodile, and finishing up with the Bo Hancock again. So yeah, that's basically what this Doffy was meant to do. We should build the Nami next. And you know, that's probably what we should do. Play games and then once we win, move on to the next leader. Alright, but the whole point of this was to build the deck, see it win, which it did. Then the deck we beat there was the Doffy, so we went ahead and revised it, and we revised it pretty well, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. It won. I wasn't expecting it to, but the whole point was that Doffy is now something that needs to be more low to the ground and wide, instead of trying to flood the board and then throwing in some tall bodies. So let me know what you guys thought about this. You know, just playing things out as they are. I know I said at the beginning I'm not the best player and I'm always taking dubs. That just happened to be two wins, and obviously it's just 2 games with 2 random decks, and it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below to further progress the way I play out these videos. Leave a like just to leave a like, because that's what people say, right? People say leave a like. But you know, support me in this fun journey of just fucking around with One Piece. Eventually, I've filmed some unboxings. I've opened PRB, some OP12, but my setup is garbage, and sometimes I think myself as a perfectionist, and it just did not look good. But I will say, I did open up an illustration pack. I pulled a Alt King Leader. What else did I get? Honestly, I don't quite remember, but hey, if you guys want to see those me ripping packs, let me know. You know, I'm not too sure how popular that is. You know, I see it constantly, but if you guys would like to see it, let me know. Let me know. Alright, see y'all on the next one. Deuces.